Hello, Robs.
We're back with more books. Sunday morning, I went back to the estate sale, which I went to the previous day, but since I had to work early both days, I could not spend a lot of time there, and I picked up, 14 more books, which makes, 27 books at about 22 books, or $22 for 27 books. I think these are pretty good. Lethal Ladies, The Shocking True Stories of the Women Who Killed for Love, George Mayer. They were women obsessed by an all-consuming need for love. Housewives, professionals, mothers, and daughters, they do anything and sacrifice everything for the forbidden passion they craved, even commit murder. Exciting stuff, buddy. The Copeland Killings, the bizarre true account of Ray and Faye Copeland, the oldest couple ever sentenced to death in America. Ray Copeland offered destitute men a chance to escape rural homeless shelters and reclaim their dignity. If they agreed to stay sober, he would give each one a warm bed, 3 square meals, and training in how to buy and sell livestock at auctions near his Mooreville, Missouri farm. These drifters entrusted the gruff old farmer with their future and instead became the victims of his murderous greed. 5 murders? That ain't that many. 86 to 89. Copeland, with the help of Faye, his wife of nearly 50 years, hired these impoverished men as part of a scheme to defraud his fellow farmers of their livestock with bad checks. Then, to avoid discovery, Copeland systematically shot each farmhand in the head and buried the body. Well, I mean, it's not a bad plan. It's just not highly legal. The Lost Realms, Zachariah Sitchin, author of The Wars of Gods and Men. In the 16th century, the Spanish conquerors came to the New World in search of El Dorado, the fabled city of gold. Instead, they encountered inexplicable phenomena that have puzzled scholars and historians for centuries. Some edifices of massive proportion constructed in the Earth's most inaccessible regions, great monuments formed with impossible skill and unknown tools, intricate carvings describing the events and topography of half a world away. Citing Bram Stoker, Dracula, 1980s probably edition from Bantam Books. 81. Pretty banal, but one of the most popular stories ever told. Dracula has been recreated for the stage and screen hundreds of times. Prophecies for the End of Time. Let's get that fucking camera light out of there. Are you prepared for the most earth-shattering revelation since Nostradamus? Yeah, let's hear one. Asteroids 2, South Africa. Let's see what this lady says. This is way too long. The Middle East. The scene along the beach was impressive. The guide answers Gaza. You're in Gaza, the showplace of the Mediterranean, the jewel of friendship, the proof that even in the 21st century there can be success. The light and hope and trust can result in something worthwhile. The words I had written months before. Damn, this lady goes on and on. I don't know. These are too long to gather a determination. Ukraine Axis, South Africa, Kevorkian camps. Jack from Kevorkian camps. Was Kevorkian in 81? Oh, wait. I'm at the last book. What year is this? 95. Yeah, that sounds more right. Kevorkian camps. I scrutinized my automatic writings. All right, that's sufficient. Dearborn, 50 years of progress. Hudson's Budget Store. Rebellion and Growth. Winston General Store, Jewelers. Stuart Wilson. That's Dearborn, buddy. You've seen it all now. The Life and Wisdom of Gwen Frostic. She is the lady. Christine Easley. Hope you enjoy it. Sign in. Gwen Frostic was a woman who wrote numerous self-published books about Michigan. And they consisted of block cut drawings and little poems mostly. The baby was as hot as a cast iron stove. The young mother clutched the child and paced the wooden floor in the silent night. Anyway, this is what her life was. Her books still sell for quite a bit online, and I find them semi-frequently. And I buy them every time because they're basically worth $10 minimum. Hidden History of Detroit by Amy Elliott Bragg. I already have this book, but I will grab it again just because I could. Cemeteries 94. Let's see if they're 94. Harvest season in Detroit yielded a macabre crop at the turn of the 20th century. The Free Press reported on October 17th. So souvenir fiends are dashing madly up and down across Jefferson Avenue, carrying skulls, arrowheads, beads, wampum, bayonets, muskets, locks, horseshoes, brass buttons, and other mementos of a gory but historic past. Guess they were grave robbing. The Science of Aliens. Clifford Pickover. If extraterrestrials ever landed on Earth, they would find us extremely strange. The first intimation of our existence might well be a presidential speech or the Olympic Games. A mud wrestling match. Or a third rock from the sun. But of course, aliens might seem equally strange to us. How strange? Their senses could be entirely different from ours. They might see in the infrared or hear radio waves, and they might look completely different from us. Those are fucking brave observations. Fisher's Images of America. Westland, which formerly was Nankin Township. Part of Nankin Township. It housed the Eloise Asylum Hospital, Wayne County General. Its name derives from the shopping mall that was built before its existence. And the land was coveted by several not small cities, but cities around the Metro Detroit area. But Westland became its own town after Livonia, a nearby city, tried to, I think, annex it from Nankin Township. Exciting stuff. It is kind of exciting, honestly. What book is next? Guns of the Old West, faux leather edition. Just guns. Charles Edward Chappell. What year was it? Firearms Classic Library of the National Rifle Association and its National Firearms Museum. Copyright 95. The original book was probably... Don't know. Don't matter. Interesting book, regardless of your views on gun control. The Mayan Prophecies by Adrian Gilbert, co-author of the Orion Mystery, and Maurice M. Cotterell, Unlocking the Secrets of a Lost Civilization. So prophesied the Maya 5,000 years ago, the mysterious people whose ruined pyramids and temples in the depths of the Central American rainforest are alive with inscriptions that baffled scholars for centuries. Who were the Maya? Weren't they Mayans? Where did they come from and why did they suddenly disappear? Well, will we suffer floods, volcanic eruptions, and chaos in 2012? Yes, we always do. The Lincoln No One Knows, the mysterious man who ran the Civil War. Just another book from my Lincoln collection. Probably not worth much, probably $5-10 at the most. But it could be a rare book that's worth a lot. Doubt it, but could be. Henry Ford's Airport and Other Aviation Interest, 1909 to 1954. This is interesting to me because I have a few photos of the Zeppelins at the Ford Airport, which apparently only received 2 or 3 Zeppelins ever, but I don't believe that's true. Seems impossible that I have one of the few photos of one of the few landings. I'm guessing there were several. There it is. U.S. Army airship RS-1 was the first to dock at the Ford mooring mast. U.S. Navy airship Los Angeles docked October 15th, 1926. It was 650 feet long with a 2.475 million cubic foot gas capacity. The RS-1 and the Los Angeles were only two airships to use the mooring mast. So that would indicate that my photos was of one of these 2 airships. But like I said, I don't believe that's true. I believe there was more landings that are unaccounted for. But maybe I shall look into it more. No, look, Mr. O'Callahan signed it. Cool. Lastly, Stephen King, The Tommyknockers, but when I picked the book up, it was rather light. I was like, what the hell's going on here? But it's got a secret compartment, and within it was $10 million that I've since invested in OnlyFans accounts. This book's got a nice split in it, which is going to cut down the value of it, which I believe is in the $20 to $30 range since it's a book vault. But no matter. Why would you cut this out? Just ignorant. I'm gonna hide money in here, buddy. Pretty much loathe Stephen King's writing, and Stephen King himself. It seems like just the ultimate cuck, communist cuck. But yeah, the jacket's nice. I don't know what edition this replicates, but oh, you can't even open the back, huh? That sucks. So that fucking jacket is not to be used. I wonder if I could pull that apart. Or is that just like part of the... Dude, this thing is... Yeah, it's part of the inside flap is not non-existent. It's like glued to it. This is a travesty. I was hoping to at least to get a dust jacket that had some value to it, but I guess the whole thing is worth like 30 some bucks. 20 or 30, as I said. The Nami talkers. Well, I guess that's all, bruv. I will obviously return tomorrow on my day off and come back with more books. Goodbye, bruv. Goodbye.